Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Somebody needs help reducing nodes so to maybe cut better. It's not really that big a problem, especially with the laser. Um, this has too many nodes, so there's a quick way to do that. If we look, let's see how big this thing is, 4 inches. If we just, let's just set our nudge factor on 1 inch. And for the one I'm doing this for, set your duplicate distance on 0, 0. You'll be a lot happier. Then I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool and I'm going to fill in that hole. And set this to 1 inch and nudge it out of the way. I'm going to left click, right click, and I'm going to make it a hairline. And also I would make all my cuts red. But if you look, this object has 8 nodes. Doesn't need to be. This object is 0.8 or 0.181. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw an ellipse holding down the control button. With your ratio lock, we're going to go 1.81. We're going to turn into a hairline. And we're going to leave it black for right now. Now, if we look, this only has one node. We're going to take it with the, I don't know how that happened. I hit the welcome screen. If I move this over, it'll snap right to it. Then I can get rid of this one by selecting all the nodes and hitting delete. And then and I left it black for a purpose. So now we have an ellipse. And even if we turn it into a curve, you've only got 4 nodes. So 4 instead of 8. That could be a big deal in the circle. But the rest of the stuff needs every node it's got. The square has 4 nodes, it has to. There's an extra node it doesn't need. I'm going to right or click on it and hit it delete. And as long as it didn't change, this is a pretty interesting. When I first saw it, I thought, well, there's a lot of nodes down here, but it's not. These are purposely cut in there. It's pretty smart because they're going to put them together, and it'll be a tightening factor. As far as the other stuff goes, we could select it with the pick or the shape tool. And it's got a lot of nodes, but it's got a lot of detail. I'd really, cutting that right there would be a little, like you could reduce that node. You could take away any node you can take away on a straight line. See, that actually changed the shape of that flower. There, I deleted the other one. I would not delete too many nodes. This would be, if you're going to delete a lot for a plasma cutter. Now see, there's a broken line. That could be harmful. So what I would do in this case on all these, well, that's a solid, but I'd delete that node right there. I'd actually select them all and right click and turn them into a line, and then you get a square box. But these ones that are broken, and they're 2 different ones. This has a rounded corner. This one has square corners. I would take my Smart Fill tool and fill that in, and see how it's not even level. I'm going to left click, right click. I need to specify your fill to be, and I'll show you that in just a second. These need to be level, so we could take the shape tool and select those 2 nodes, go right up here to align nodes horizontally and hit OK, and it made it like that. Now I'm just going to get rid of this one, and when we hit it with the pick tool, you'll see the line that it did not have. So we're going to break the curve apart and take that. Now I can move that one straight to there. I would go ahead and just replace this guy, and see there's part of that line. And I could have done the same thing. I'm just going to hit the plus key. I'm going to hold down the control button so it's at least perpendicular, and just kind of eyeball it. I'm a little picky on stuff like this. I would change these out. You know, everything else is supposed to be kind of, you know, we could even change that out with the shape tool, just kind of skew it back a little bit. And you could align the nodes. But other than that, I don't understand, I really don't understand the question. It doesn't have that many nodes. I mean, if you delete that node, you know, it's just, in laser cutting, nodes are not that terrible. Now in plasma cutting, they can be bad. See, I've deleted that and changed it a little bit. I'm going to change it back, but you could, you know, just kind of deal with it. And see, this is a broken area. You know, that, if we click on that and hit delete, the other part isn't aligned. So you could align these nodes by taking that one, hold down the shift key and selecting that one, and then grab both those and go up to Windows, Dockers, Join, Curves. I've got it set on point 1, and now that is one line. Do the same thing there, apply, and now this is one line. You know, now we take the shape tool, this is one line where it was multiple lines. So maybe you'll get back to me and find out what he really was asking. But other than that, I think it's pretty good. Anyway, I hope that helped. Thank you for watching.